Hey everybody, I'm back for what I promised as last week that I would call my Evil Day episode, because we all know what week it is and what holiday is this weekend. So, as single as I am and as much as I detest this holiday, thought I'd whip up a little something for those of you who have found your play or two and want to impress them. So, we're going to start with our oversized mug. I got a cute little one that says chocolate and everything. I know I do have a sweet side sometimes. So you're going to need 2 mixing bowls, because we're going to make red velvet cake in a mug with cream cheese icing. I know. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so in your mixing bowl, you're going to start out with 4 tablespoons of flour. One, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. After your 4 tablespoons of flour, you're going to go for 4.5 tablespoons of sugar. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And a half. Okay, that's 4.5 tablespoons of sugar. Now you want 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder. So remember, as if you've watched before, I showed you take your 1/4 scoop, just fill it half full. There, your 1/8 of baking powder. Okay, so now you need to get sometimes I do forget to get things out. You need 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. 1, 2. Okay, I added 2. Give me a break. I like my stuff chocolatey. Usually it's 1.5, but I went ahead and added 2. I usually add heaping tablespoons of everything anyway. Okay. I just give that a little swirl around, because then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil, veggie oil. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, set aside your oil, because next you want 3 tablespoons of buttermilk. Trust me, this makes the cake really rich and really good. 1, 2, and 3. Try to tap that out in there. Then you need 1 egg. Just go ahead and crack that right into the bowl with everything else. Bloop. Right in your bowl. Okay. And now you need 1/2 teaspoon of red food coloring. Hey, because it's red velvet cake. I know, drip, 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 drip. Okay, there we go. Okay, and that's basically your cake. Get yourself a fork. And just get that all mixed up. A runnier batter, but you know, you're baking it in the microwave, so it's not a bad thing. Now you have to be careful that you get all the powder mixed up, because some of it will want to hide on the bottom all caked up. Now something I like to do to make mine a little more me is take mini chocolate chips. I actually found the cutest. They're even tinier than usual. I'm going to measure out 1 heaping tablespoonful 2 heaping tablespoonfuls. So basically, I put 2 tablespoonfuls of mini chocolate chips in there just because I think that adds a little fun to it. Because, yeah, red velvet cake with mini chocolate chips in, yeah, that's pretty darn good. So, get your mug. Give it a good spray with your cooking spray. And then just go ahead and pour all that yummy red velvet cake batter right into your oversized mug. Scrape out what you can with your fork. But when that stops working, set your fork aside and like grab your measuring spoon or something because you want to be able to get all that batter. And if you see any white still left on the bottom, you can just go ahead and mix that in. Because we want to get all that cake batter right in our mug. And after you're done, you're going to put it in for 1.5 minutes and then we're going to check on it. Okay, so for our cream cheese topping, you're going to get yourself a small mixing bowl. You're going to put 2 tablespoons of either room temperature or slightly softened butter in there. And then you're going to want 2 more tablespoons of cream cheese. Again, room temperature softened, it's, you know. So, yeah, 1 tablespoonful. 2 tablespoonfuls. Okay. Be right back. Okay, so then you're going to want 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. I know. A whole stinking 1/2 cup for your icing. Phenomenal, right? Okay, let's go ahead and plop that in there. Now, this is the point where you can try to mix it up with your fork. But if it doesn't work, you're going to need to break out the good old beaters. Sorry, just trying to clean up a little. Yeah, I would honestly recommend getting out the beaters. Providing you can find the beaters. Hello. Okay, as soon as we plug this in, we're going to check on our cake. Set that there. Okay, mine's still a little gooey in the middle, so I'm going to do it for another minute. And that one's up to you, like I said. You think yours is done? Go ahead and take it out. We don't want to overcook it because then it'll get rubbery as it cools down. But, okay, just you need to get this mixed up. So if your cream cheese and your butter isn't soft enough, go ahead and grab your beaters. Or if you're like me and you haven't used a big enough bowl, you might have some powdered sugar everywhere, so get a fair size mixing bowl. Okay, and there we have the perfect cream cheese icing. And also powdered sugar all over the counter because I'm kind of a dense. And this is, like I said, what will happen if you don't use it too big. Use a big enough mixing bowl for your beaters. Okay. Okay. Obviously smell my cake is done. Pulling away from the edge is nice, spongy, cooked in the middle, yum yum yum, red velvet. So, get your fork or a spoon, doesn't matter. You take all that lovely icing and just plop it right on top while it's still warm is recommended so that the icing can melt a little bit and get all up in your cake. So, that's good icing. There you have your red velvet cake in a mug, and I'll show it here to you here in a minute, but as an extra Evil Day surprise, get yourself some cute little red and white or holiday type sprinkles, and just plop those right on the top. It's optional, and it's kind of up to you how many you even use, but there we go. Unfortunately, I bought the smallest container they had, and I still have enough to last me for 1 billion years. But there we go. We have a red velvet cake in a mug that if you're lucky enough to have your better half, you can treat them on the day. Look at that. Perfect little scoopule. Yum. Got your bits of chocolate in. Got your red velvet. You got your cream cheese icing. Well, if you're like me and you're by yourself, I recommend going and hogging this down to treat yourself. Oh, almost forgot. T-shirt. How awesome is this? I got this one as one of those limited sales for Teespring. How cute is that? Middle-earth makes me happy. Reality, not so much. I thought it fit this week, so I'm gonna go finish this off in my depression. Joking there, but you know what I mean. And my loneliness. And you go make this for either yourself or somebody special. And I'll see you next time. Shoot me some suggestions, because I need some ideas from you guys. Thank you.